Hi all, I am coming to you with a video where I went wrong and gave my friend some advice about his foreclosure. And I am going to admit, after thinking over my knee jerk reaction and advice, that I was wrong. And I want to kind of explain this to you because I think this applies to homeowners every day. I have 3 points to make, and let's just get into it. So, my name is Yolanda Judge. I help homeowners save their home from foreclosure, and I like to use it by getting involved in some of these government programs involved. So, I had a friend come to me, and this friend let me know that he was in foreclosure, and he actually received his papers a bit ago, and he was reluctant in telling me because he was embarrassed. And I gave my advice, and I gave some bad advice, and it was knee jerk type of advice that is rampant in my industry as a real estate broker and selling homes. I told my friend to sell your house. I was a bit aggressive about it, and not only told him to sell his house, I told him to have a for sale sign on that house from a reputable real estate agent by the end of the day. And we finished our conversation. That was it. Driving into the office, I was thinking about it and sitting down with my first cup of coffee. It hit me. I was wrong. I was so wrong. I was so wrong because it's something real estate agents do to people who are facing foreclosure, and it is usually unsolicited and it's biased. And I would like to bring some points to you today of why it was the wrong advice and how I'd like you to stay clear of this bad advice because there was some missing parts in there. So point number one was, so let me get into why I believe I had that knee-jerk reaction to give my friend this advice. One, I did know his finances, and I did know how much equity, possible equity, he has in the home. I am disgusted, and I really get afraid from homeowners because watching the foreclosure list in my area or in different counties of my state, homeowners lose thousands, tens of thousands, and sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars of equity to foreclosure. And I did not want that for him. So, point number one is homeowners facing this problem, facing foreclosure, should know that this is about you and about what you want, the outcome that you want in your from your foreclosure or in this pre-foreclosure period. It is about you, about what you want, not about some real estate agent throwing out sell your house because that'll solve your problem, that'll stop your foreclosure, because that's the way to do it. Or an investor, I'll stop your foreclosure, sell me your home. That is knee jerk. It is not right because that may not be what you want. So if a total stranger came to me today and said, I'm in foreclosure and was looking for some consulting from me. Now, my people come to me and I advise them and I consult and they pay me. I would never give them off the cuff that answer. I would ask, after hearing what was going on, what do you want to do? Do you want to save your home or do you want out of this home? That would be my question. And if they have an answer today, I would say, okay, this is what you do. I would never just leave selling your home as the only option of getting out of this situation. So that's why I was wrong. You should only speak to people who are going to be unbiased and advise you based on what you want to do. Now, if you want to do one thing but you can't, that's another thing. You might have to go to the next option. But in all reality, this is about you and it's about the outcome that you want. One size does not fit all here. And it didn't fit for him because he has options that we'll talk about in the other points. I also realized that I need to come to terms in my business as a foreclosure consultant. I need to come to terms with the subject of foreclosure being taboo. My friend said he didn't come to me because he was embarrassed. And this is common. Homeowners are embarrassed. They're afraid. They don't know what they don't know. And they're actually vulnerable. They're actually vulnerable to the people who just throw out their advice without knowing the full story. Being embarrassed is probably one of the top emotions that will cause a homeowner to lose their home to foreclosure. And if they don't lose their home to foreclosure, what embarrassment does is it keeps them in the hardship longer than they have to be. Homeowners tend to put their heads in the sand from this embarrassment. And for a homeowner facing foreclosure, embarrassment is real, but it's dangerous. And why I say that is because time is not on your side. If you are a homeowner in a non-judicial state, you could be behind in your mortgage 1 or 2 months, and before you know it, you're 6 months, you're out of your house. Your house has been taken away. In states that have judicial process, it's a little bit longer. But you were in this a year, not doing what you have to do. You're in foreclosure or very close to foreclosure. And you're in this hardship much longer than you need to be when there are options available to you today. So embarrassment being point number 2 here is I understand embarrassment, but it doesn't have to be. But if you are feeling that, go ahead and feel it, but be done with it and move over, move on. There's some things that you should be doing. You have the option to save your home or to sell your home or salvage your credit. Decisions need to be made. You are the homeowner until you are the homeowner. So those decisions need to be made by you. Decide what's best for you so you can start working on it again to have the outcome that you want. And point number 3 is I did not bother to ask my friend what he wanted to do. There are options and there are decisions for the homeowner to make. The options are save your home, sell your home, and salvage your credit. Do you know if you do one of those 3 things, that automatically takes foreclosure off the table? I really, really believe foreclosure does not have to happen. You must decide. You have those options. Now you have to decide. If you don't decide, someone is going to decide for you the outcome of a situation. And that's going to be your lender. Because if you don't step up and say what you want, they have no choice but to keep churning out that machine of documents that are going to have you foreclosed on. Homeowners must understand that this is probably new to you. There's some learning and some bandwidth that you're going to have to be okay with to get to the results that you want. There are programs out there. In every step of the way, there is a program, there's an option there for you. How do I know? I wrote an ebook, Saving Your Home from Foreclosure, using government programs. This is a roadmap. It breaks down the options available to you. It tells you and shows you how these programs are already in place for you, for what you want to do, for you to make a decision. Save, sell, or salvage. If you do one of those, foreclosure is not an option, and you don't want a foreclosure. That is the rock bottom part of your situation. You can solve it by saving your home, selling your home, or salvaging your credit. Again, I apologize to my friend for having that knee-jerk reaction and being that real estate agent. It was obnoxious, not right, and not fair. And honestly, I'm glad I caught it to put myself in check, because I really want to see homeowners have the outcome that they want. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, I ask that you share it, because friends and family, don't let friends and family lose your home. Like and subscribe. I will see you on the next video.